Hey everyone, welcome to the very first Twitch Power Hour. I'm your host, Wes Gardner. I'm from NitroBeard.com. I'm executive producer, co-creator of NitroBeard.com. If you haven't checked this out yet, you should go do it. It's an awesome website. It's been going since 2008. A lot of really cool stuff. Video games, talk about manga, all sorts of geeky, nerdy stuff. But glad you can join me in the brand new show. Power Hour has been around, I want to say, for about a year now, but it was a podcast only, and we decided to kind of up it a little bit, add some video to it. So each week, we're going to do the Power Hour. We're going to answer your questions. We're going to play a game of choice. I'll do a little history lesson on the game. A lot of these will be my favorites. So let's get right into it. Today's is Quake 3 Arena, as you can see. It's going to be an awesome episode because I'm a big fan of Quake 3 Arena. There's a big history behind it, especially considering in 1999 when it released. It was, I think, December 2nd is when it came out. And Unreal Tournament 99 came out November 30th. So these were within the same week. And it was one of those PC gamer line in the sand. You choose who you're with, who you're against. I was on the side of Quake 3 Arena. So we're going to play this. It's going to be kind of an introductory episode. I'm going to talk a little bit about who I am and why Power Hour kind of jumped to a video instead of just podcast. So, hey, let's get started. Let's just get this going right here. Hopefully the stream is doing well. I will say, first and foremost, that I am streaming at 360p, and that is because my computer is not the best computer in the world. It is actually it's a dual core.
You have taken the lead.
It is a dual core, and it only has DDR2 RAM. And so this thing was old when I got it. You know what I mean? It does have a GTX 650, and I'm running like a 600 watt power supply, something like that. So basically all the power from this computer is coming from the video card. I have 6 gigs of RAM, but it is DDR2 RAM. I am going to be doing an upgrade probably in the next month or two. And it's going to be pretty substantial. I'm going to get a mid-range i5, Intel i5 processor. I'm going to get at least 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, so the quality of the stream is definitely going to go up. But yeah, this is the first video Power Hour. For those that don't know, NitroBeard has been a website since 2008. It was co-created with myself, Brian Belita, and Tyler Olu. I highly suggest you guys check it out. We've had weekly podcasts since 2008. They're on iTunes. You can also go to nitrobeard.com and look through the archives. I was host of the Beardcast. It has 101 episodes. They're fully archived and free to go download over at nitrobeard.com. But we love to do it, man. And everything is free of charge, of course. Because we love you, and we also love what we do. I still have my name set as unnamed player in this, so there's that. Shows how old school I am, I guess. Let's see, kind of a breakdown on me. If you're not familiar with NitroBeard.com, I guess the best thing I could do is kind of talk about my qualifications, as it were, if you could even call them qualifications. Is I have been in the gaming industry as far as freelance journalism and things like that since about 2006, I want to say. I was a freelancer for OneUp.com, owned by Ziff Davis, which is no longer a website. Which is... Alright, perfect. Which is no longer a website. I tried to check out the website the other day, and it's no longer up. I think it got bought out by IGN, and it's no longer a site, so all of my work is kind of missing in the ether now. But yeah, did that for a while. Did a website called Orangive. Did their podcast and everything like that for a little bit. Kind of got my feet in the door that way. Also created something called No Quarter Radio with my good friend Douglas Oldham. And then we added on a few of my other good friends, Justin Eshahade and Chad 3.
You have taken the lead.
That's some old school knowledge for you guys. But then Nitrobeard with Brian Bolita and Tyler Olu started in 2008. We've been going strong ever since. Now we have Imran Khan, Matt Pierce, Mark Bradshaw, and Big Dave. And they do a weekly show. They do a weekly show called Free to Play. Oh, dang it. I was hoping for more of a perfect streak, but let's see. But yeah, they do a show called Free to Play. It's kind of the go-to thing for NitroBeard.com right now. I highly suggest downloading it, subscribing on iTunes, whatever you want to do. Go listen. The guys are super smart. They're super funny. And they're just all-around good guys, and they know a lot of stuff. They know a lot more than I ever will about games. And they're probably more fun to listen to. But yeah, what we're going to do with the Power Hour, for you old-school Nitrobeard fans, is going to know that the Power Hour has been around for about 22 to 23 episodes already. But, like, looking at the Power Hour, it was just me by myself talking to myself for an hour. Kind of what I'm doing here, but there was no benefit of... there's no benefit... God, I got the help. Without the benefit of watching something going on. And that's where the Power Hour kind of... You know, it needed a little bit of a facelift. It needed a bit of an upgrade. I will say that this is a live show. We do answer questions. So I usually get all the questions sent through my Twitter, which is twitter.com/comedy2hobo. The same as my Twitch profile ID. So be sure to add me up on Twitter. Send me any of the questions you got. But since it's a live show, as we go forward and I start advertising whenever I go live, if you're in the chat room, send me some questions and I can answer them live. It can be about anything, and I'm talking anything. Video games, what my opinions on stuff are, what it's like to run a website, some history of Nitrobeard. Even if you think you got some writing chops, you can send me some stuff. We can work out some freelance stuff, you know, whatever you got going. But basically, the main difference between this Power Hour and the last Power Hour, of course, is the video. I will say, like I said before, my computer, not the best computer, so I'm streaming at 360p, and there may be occasional spikes of lag, just because my processor, like I said, it's a dual core. It was old 8 years ago. You know what I mean? So once I get my computer upgrade this fall, damn, he's just lighting me up. This is a very fast game. It's very hard to play this game and play at the same time. Oh, he has a rocket launcher. Shit. But basically, there's going to be some benefits of the computer upgrade. I'm going to be able to play games probably in 720 with my new upload that I actually just got today, which is what I waited for to get this stream going. But the main benefit is, if you follow me here on Twitch, you will be given access to some bonus streams as well. All of the Power Hours will be on YouTube as well. So if you miss it here, you can see the replay on YouTube, and you can see it on Twitch. So don't feel... There we go. Don't feel too bad for missing a live show. Once it gets a little bit bigger, once I have kind of a better connection in the computer and you know all that good stuff, then it'll be a lot more fun to go live, because we can be streaming in like 720 high def, have some webcam stuff going on, game giveaways, all that good stuff. But first, gotta be able to afford a new computer. So
you are tied for the lead.
Tied for the lead, eh? Phobos, man. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun doing the Power Hour this way, because then we can play some random fun games. And hell, if you're online and you're playing the game that I'm playing, then we can play together online. It should be pretty cool. Let's see. But yeah, I'm excited to get this up and going. I know Power Hour was kind of a neat idea, especially for questions and answers with someone from Nitrobeard, but we never got a good... It never got the proper footing. There was always just something missing, and... There we go. Maybe I can pull this out. It's been so long since I played this game. But yeah, with a video power hour, it's a little bit more dynamic. Instead of just sitting and listening to someone ramble to themselves for an hour, you can hear them ramble to themselves while playing a game, poorly, I might add.
One frag left.
See, the thing about Quake that I love is everything's kind of set on a timer. If you watch those pro Quake players, they're going to know the timing for everything to respawn. And also, it's about denying your opponent items. It's about getting the, the armor first, or getting the quad damage, or what have you. He has a rocket launcher, so I should have got it.
You win.
Oh, just barely. Skin of my teeth. Unnamed player. Let's see what's next.
Orb.
Oh, here we go. This is one of my favorite first-person shooter levels ever. I really like the way it's set up. There's all sorts of stuff going on. And Quake was really... Oh, Quake 3 Arena, particularly, was pretty incredible because of the verticality. All the levels had, multiple places you could go, and little hidden tunnels where they kept, quad damage, or... And see, the thing is, this game is all about splash damage. So it's not even about being a good shot, because you just have to shoot around somebody. But then with things like grenades, you have to be a little more exact, or you have to lead them well enough that you kind of knew where they were at. Come on. Has anyone gotten any... Okay, there's that.
Lost the lead.
I was about to say, did anyone get any points, but she just did. Okay. And I love games from this era because it's so fast, and it has like crazy butt rock heavy metal, and I think Quake 2, Trent Reznor did part of the soundtrack. Oh, hello.
You are tied for the lead.
We're all tied with 1. Oh, no! I'm such a bad shot. Quake is one of those that you have to get used to the speed. And, I mean, I haven't played this in years. I should have practiced a little before doing a stream, but... Damn. But that's part of the fun. I'm not very good at video games. That is definitely not a spoiler. As you'll come to learn over the next weeks. I'm not very... Oh, I completely missed.
You are tied for the lead.
Pickups reload. What is that?
You have taken the lead.
There we go. See, it all just... It's a slow burn for such a chaotic game. To kind of get used to the pacing and the... No, that's the thing I needed to shut off, though, was... the instant switch. Whenever you run over, I hear shotguns happening, but I don't know where this is. Wait. Yeah, not much to talk about. I could probably talk about what it was like if you weren't a PC gamer during 1999. Whenever this kind of war started, it was... Oh, there we go. It was bloodthirsty, man. Because, I'll put it this way. The superior game was probably Unreal Tournament, but there's a certain feeling you get with Quake that you can't get from hardly anything else. And I'm gonna track his ass down. Got her. Nice. There we go. See, it's all about splash damage with this. But yeah, it really was a draw your line in the sand and colors don't run type of situation whenever it came to Quake 3 versus Unreal Tournament. And I actually asked on Twitter before this episode, I was like, Quake 3 Arena or Unreal Tourney 99? And I got it, it was 50-50 split. Even today, man, like 15 years later, people are still neck and neck with it. And which is totally awesome. But I thought, what better way to start this Power Hour than with a game that kind of encompasses that whole PC gamer mentality. Both games are incredible. I know a lot of people, I actually got a few tweets from people saying they've never played a Quake game in their entire life. And Quake 3 Arena was the first, and I think only, besides Quake Live, the only arena-based...
3 frags left.
3 frags. The only arena, like, deathmatch style. Like, Quake 4 had deathmatch, from what I remember. Let's see if he tracks me back up here. It had deathmatch modes, but this was kind of the pinnacle of the series, and maybe even the genre of arena-based shooters. I know there's some newer ones coming out, and they have like Shoot Mania. I really need to get some health. There's some, not a lot, but here we go. Let them fight it out for a minute while I heal back up.
One frag
There we
left.
go. One left, and I'll have this in the bag. There it is. Alright. Awesome. But yeah, Unreal Tournament had more game modes. This was pretty much just straight arena frag.
Sarge.
Oh, boss fight. God, give me something other than a Gatling gun, please. Oh, I heard something. There it is. See, and I love these kind of boss fights, one-on-one.
Taking the lead.
Damn right I did. I should have not done the old man thing of doing unnamed player as my name. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's not such a bad thing. There we go. Thank you for the ammo. And hopefully, like I said, guys, this might be a little blurry. Even the replays might be a little blurry. But I will be getting a PC upgrade. I do have 2 meg upload speed. So couple that with a brand new processor. Yeah, I'm probably going to get a 4th generation mid-range i5. So that should absolutely help. Oh, come on. Oh, man. God, those rockets. Damn it. Shit. Those rockets are killer, man. I need to get me one. No, leave me alone. Wait, he just swapped to the shotgun. Why did he do that? Because I'm a bad shot and he knew he could get away with it. Oh, I killed myself. Oh, man. You gotta love it. Shoddy. Run away from him. No, goddammit. Got some health. There we go. Well, another shoddy, sure. Why not? Was he following me? Oh, quad damage. Damn it. Oh, I haven't played this game in so long. I used to be pretty good. And then, if you want the most sobering experience of your life, play, there we go. Thank you, sir. Play Quake Live, which is the online multiplayer for Quake that they have that's in browser. You don't even need to, like, download it. It's free to play.
3 frags left.
It's free to play. It's a lot of fun, but
Frags left.
you will die constantly. And I'm talking like newbie to Counter-Strike constantly. Oh, that was a point-blank shot. Where are you at? There it is.
Frag left.
Not too bad. Is he trailing me?
Accuracy.
53%. I like how it gave me an award for 53% accuracy.
Tier 2. Skill.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's do it on that. Might be a little more enjoyable to watch. Or we can kind of...
Bitterman. Grunt.
Grunt.
You have taken
Now
the
it'll just
lead.
be a match. I didn't think this difficulty was so much easier than the other one. Yeah, he's not even turning around. Oh, we could just shoot fish in a barrel. Why not? It should be fun to see how bad this AI is. Oh, I say that and then I'm about to die. Terrible. There we go. See, this shotgun, Quake has the best shotguns, man. I know, like, Doom 2 has a great shotgun. I might say that Quake 3's shotgun is my favorite shotgun ever in video games. No, my quad damage! Yes! That's right. See ya. That. I can't remember what the timer is on the items. On the, item respawn. Really? I have quad damage, point blank shotgun, and I didn't really do it. There we go. Get all these kills while I can. And also, I was going to say, the Power Hour, we are going to be streaming games. So if you have a request for a game, and if my broadcast and my computer and things like that can run it, I would love to play anything you guys want. I'm trying to think. Next week might be Unreal Tournament 2004. I will say I was on the side of Quake 3 Arena until Unreal Tournament 2004, and that might be the best objective-based arena shooter ever. The objectives here are don't die in Quake 3, but you had assault mode, you had awesome. 4 excellent medals. Rad. Good deal. So next.
Bossman. Davia.
But yeah, Unreal Tournament 2004, that is a classic freaking game. I mean, all the games, arguably, that we're going to play on here are either going to be of good quality or great quality, like bonafide classics. Because on Twitch, sure, you can watch people play World of Warcraft and StarCraft and League of Legends and Hearthstone and all of these, but can you watch someone be really bad against the AI at Quake 3 Arena? Not until now. You know, that's what I'm doing. I'm bringing that type of magic to all of us. And I am figuring out right now that it is very hard to play games and talk at the same time. Oh, there we go. I always love how I can hear carnage happening behind me. There we go.
Excellent.
Let's see if I can beat my record of 4 medals. Oh. And Quake 3 voice is such a good voice, right? Excellent. I think it's so good they actually put it in Dota 2 as an announcer pack that you can buy. Let's see, a little history of Quake 3 while I'm sitting here kind of cleaning house is... Quake 3 Arena was released on Linux, I want to say at the end of '99, like December 27th or so. And Windows came out December 2nd. Let's see, I got the other stuff jotted down here. It actually came out for the Mac and the Dreamcast in the year 2000. Came out on PlayStation 2 in 2001. Oh, grenades. Kill him! I'm so bad at aiming these. 2001. Oh, and I just shot myself. Brilliant. I did it again. What is going on? There we go. Thank you for your shotgun. It came out in 2001 on the PlayStation 2 and the Dreamcast. It came out in 2010 on Xbox Live. I bet that's a pretty cool version of it. I don't know how well it would control with a controller, though. I do know that Dreamcast with the Quake 3 had SegaNet. Sega was really pushing for their online stuff at the time. Man, I'll tell you, Dreamcast was so ahead of the curve. And you know, that's cool, the cool gamer hipster thing to say, but SegaNet was around way before something like Xbox Live. I mean, Dreamcast was just ahead of its time. Arguably the Saturn was as well. You know, not just in kind of the hardware department, but in the type of games it was trying to get developers to make, and the type of deals they were making. Because I remember SegaNet, and I remember Unreal Tournament 99, I want to say, like the Game of the Year edition came out for Dreamcast. I could be wrong on that. I'm just kind of spouting knowledge that I think I have, so I could be wrong, which definitely happens. If you listen to the Beardcast or the old Power Hours, you probably know. Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Hey, perfect. I didn't get the 4 medals, but I got a perfect, so there you go. But, for Power Hour listeners, everyone knows that we do answer some questions.
Bitterman. Grunt.
Grunt. We answer questions on the Power Hour, and I did get quite a few questions. So I want to kind of go through those a little bit right now. Ooh, what are we getting here? Some platforming right here, huh? Amazing. Oh, that was a rough fall. But one question I got from our good friend Sparkster, he asks, what would convince you to get a Wii U? And once you got the Wii U, like, what games would you buy? And I want to say this past E3 with the Zelda reveal, they showed the Bayonetta with Bayonetta 2 that came with Bayonetta.
Lost the lead.
Oh, I lost the lead. Start getting to business. But the Wii U is looking better and better as a prospect, and Sparkster also asked, what games would you want on the Virtual Console? It's funny you say that, because there's a game right now on Virtual Console that I want, and that is Breath of Fire 2. I'm a huge Breath of Fire fan, and any reason to play Breath of Fire, I will take it. They are making Breath of Fire 6, which looks to be a mobile phone game, and that breaks my heart in more ways than one. Breath of Fire 3, I think, might be my favorite Japanese role-playing game ever.
For the lead.
And I know that sounds hyperbolish, if that's even a word. But man, that game, I guess it would be tied between 3 for my favorite Japanese role-playing game. And it would be Final Fantasy VII, which I know, not the cool thing to say, but Final Fantasy VII, Star Ocean 2, the second story on PlayStation 1, amazing game. And Breath of Fire 3. Breath of Fire 3 had a hell of... Oh, hello.
You have taken the lead.
Yeah. Breath of Fire 3 had a hell of a soundtrack. It was like the smooth, jazzy... Oh man, it was so good. And it was super relaxing, and it's something I can listen to on repeat forever. And it gives you that big nostalgia rush. Because Capcom doesn't make stuff like that anymore. Well, I mean, apparently they're marketing... God, everybody's right here. They're marketing everybody. Nice. Awesome. Love them mid-air frags. There you go. Mega health, that's right. Oh, I keep missing that jump. But those old PlayStation RPGs, they give me such a big nostalgia trip. And some of them are like little known gems. I don't know if anybody, yeah, Railgun, I don't know if anybody out there has ever heard of the game Cardia. Cardia was a turn-based RPG, a lot like...
Impressive.
A lot like Final Fantasy Tactics. There we go. I love this one-shot, one-kill with this railgun. And it was made by I want to say it was art by Yoshitaka Amano, and it was a super difficult game. Holy crap, was that game difficult. Like, if I figure out a way to properly, and in good resolution with not a lot of lag, stream PlayStation 1 games, I have a copy of Cardia. I'd love to stream it for you guys. That is the nice thing about this. And like I said, you can definitely... Oh, I missed. Got him. You guys can definitely follow on Facebook. You can follow NitroBeard on Facebook. We're going to start doing more Facebook stuff. YouTube is where all of the archives of Power Hour, the videos, are going to go. And, you know, of course, I'm going to update the Power Hour page on NitroBeard, so it'll be easy to get to it. Oh, hey, everybody. Oh, who picked up the railgun? Thank you. There we go.
Excellent.
But YouTube is going to have that, but we're going to have the special bonus stuff on... There we go.
Excellent. Perfect.
Nice. That was a good round. But Twitch will have the archives of the bonus streams, so we're going to do kind of off the beaten path stuff that won't be tied to just an hour or an hour and a half time limit. And we can kind of really sit down and enjoy some video games. So, like, let's say we're in an episode of the Power Hour. We're playing something like Quake 3.
Hunter.
And then we get on a good roll. We're playing online. We're doing some of that stuff. Or we start playing with more people, like from a friends list or things like that. And we want to keep the party going after the Power Hour. Once I end the Power Hour... Oh, man.
You have taken the lead.
Once I end the... I need to shut off the weapon switch on run over, because, man, that's frustrating. There we go. Dang it. I was hoping for a perfect. But yeah, say we're playing some Quake 3, say we're doing well, and say we want to keep the party going. We can just keep on going. You know, that won't be on the YouTube channel, but that's incentive. You know, that's some incentive to follow on Twitch. Hit the follower button, the little heart next to your viewer right now. You can follow me. And also, I think what it's going to do is you can set it to get an email when I go live. So that should be a lot of fun. And that way you can be the first to see episodes of the Power Hour, because you will be there live, watching it as it happens. Whoa! Damn. Freaking teleporters, man. That lightning gun. I want the rocket launcher, though. Because Quake is a game based on splash damage, so you don't have to do headshots. I don't even think there's such a thing as a headshot. Unreal Tournament 2004, there definitely is. And maybe even in Unreal Tournament 2009. Or 2009, listen to me. 99. Yeah, because I remember doing headshots on Morpheus. God, that's a good game. I actually tried to get that to work with my streaming software, and Unreal Tournament 99 doesn't want to work with it, which is upsetting. I'm using XSplit's Gamecaster, and I highly recommend it. It uses the same technology that the Xbox One and PS4 do now, to where you can just share your stream, and it automatically finds the right specs and automatically sets it up to. Damn it. So they use that technology on the PC now, which is great. And all you do is you just hit a button while you're in game, and it takes care of the rest. But it's really exciting. I have, let's say we do one game a week. I own enough video games that if we do one game a week, I can play a new game once a week for 14 years. Let that sink in for a minute. Hopefully Power Hour NitroBeard is still going strong. 14 years. I'd love to do this every week, man. But let's go back to some questions. I got a very good friend, Marco Flores. He's part of Nerd in the Bay, which I highly suggest you check out. They do a lot of mobile game coverage. They do some really cool shows about pro wrestling and all sorts of fun stuff. And oh, that was a rough fall. And he asks, "Hey, are you dabbling in Grand Theft Auto Online? What do you think it needs to become more of a juggernaut?" I actually have not played a single solitary second of Grand Theft Auto 5. I know it's sacrilege. I know. I'm one of the, like, 3 people on the planet that haven't played it. But I'm waiting for the PC version. It's coming this fall. I can't remember what the exact date is. I know they said it was coming out this year. There we go. That it was coming this year. And I will get it. Hopefully by that time I'll have the PC upgrade. I'll be able to run it well. I'll be able to stream it for Power Hour, which will be even better.
Frags left.
And then I'm gonna dabble in it. I have played, I think it was Vice City online. There was a mod for Vice City on the computer that allowed online play, and it was like 200 people per server, and maybe even more than that. Hell.
1 frag left.
Get back the rocket launcher. But it was. There we go. Recruiting some peoples. Yeah, unnamed player. It doesn't. It doesn't even have the R for player. It's pretty fantastic. Unnamed player. Play.
Damia.
Rack.
Grunt.
This voiceover is the best voiceover. Mine! Oh, you son of a bitch. There we go. It's all about that splash damage, man.
You
There
have
it is.
taken the lead.
You betcha. Taking the lead. But the Grand Theft Auto Online experience seems really cool. I like that they do sort of a MMO-esque deal of like keeping money and like tying stuff to your account and things like that. I'm a big fan of massively multiplayer games, which, by the way, we will definitely be playing some on the Power Hour. Which ones? I'm not going to tell you. Not going to tell you. What is that? I just hit a button. Stuff happened. Quad damage. Who has quad damage? Look for the blue glow guy. But I will definitely dabble in some Grand Theft Auto Online whenever I get it. Now, what will make it a juggernaut? I'm actually not too sure. It seems like they have the right idea. It seems like maybe more players, from what I understand. Quad damage on a railgun, that seems kind of silly. Oh, well, I guess I ran out anyway. Switch to that. God, that auto switch.
Impressive. Excellent.
There we go.
Excellent.
Oh, I thought that was another jump pad.
Impressive. Excellent.
Hell yeah, we're on a nice little roll here. What would it be? Sorry, it is so difficult to, it's going to be something I have to learn, so bear with me, is talking while playing a game. It's pretty hard, especially a deathmatch game. But what would make it a juggernaut? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe more players, maybe more user events, you know, like mods. Like, for instance, stuff like World of Warcraft and Neverwinter and Guild Wars. They have, like, festivals. So, oh, it's Halloween time, so come to the Halloween festival. They don't call it that, of course. They have a different in-lore name for it. But, you know, those type of things, any big group activity for a constantly online game that keeps track of your stats, it's good. You know, it feels like the time you're investing is worth something. So, yeah, there's that. Also, Marco Flores said, congratulations on being featured in the first episode of Monday Night Wars on the WWE Network, and having Jim Ross as my co-host. And for those that don't know, in WCW, I want to say back in the late 80s, had a show called The Power Hour, and Jim Ross, good old JR, was kind of the main host of that. And he would just talk to pro wrestlers, and of course it would all be in character, but that kind of made it even better. 2 frags left, got me a railgun, let's do this. Here's number 1. That's the ball game.
Impressive. Excellent. Perfect.
Thank you. Hey, 5 badges. Did it well and a perfect. That's our best round yet. Let's see. And
Bearman. Slash. Angel. You have taken the lead.
yeah. Oh, that's right. See, I think they redid this level as a team deathmatch on Quake 3 Team Arena, which was, I guess, kind of a pseudo-sequel? Or it was more like an expansion pack, I want to say. It was a lot more team-based modes.
You are tied for the lead.
Oh my god. I'm such a bad shot with this railgun. Oh, you... That's ridiculous. You know what? That's embarrassing.
You have lost the lead.
Clearly, I've lost the lead. I've lost a lot of things.
You are tied
There
for the
we
lead.
go. I just needed one solid shot, right? That's all. No, that's all it takes. And that is not a solid shot. God, I need to get back on the game. You know, as far as like, look at this. Oh my God, I am so dreadful. Why is everyone underwater? Got it. Got him.
Excellent.
There we go. Maybe the grenade launcher. Why are there so many of you? Maybe it's good at keeping people at bay. You know?
Impressive.
Splash damage, man. That's what it's about. I'm trying to think of what the next game to play would be. But that'll be next week on the Power Hour. I'll probably do some bonus streams before then, so definitely be sure, like I said, to hit that follower button. And that way you'll get email notified when I go live. And it could be any game under the sun. It could be RPGs, it could be first-person shooters, strategy games. I love me some 4X strategy games. As far as kind of the personality type of my gaming habit, I kind of like a little bit of everything. But I am sort of a generalist. There's very few games that I really get really dedicated into specifically. That being said, favorite game ever made is the original Deus Ex. Deus Ex Human Revolution is extremely good. But yeah, Deus Ex, maybe a close second would either be Diablo 2 or maybe Baldur's Gate 2? You know? Man. Whole bunch of nothing happening here. So, but at 360p, some of those older RPGs, they're so text heavy that I don't think they would look very good, and it'd be fun to play for you guys for sure, but I don't think it'd be very fun to watch. So that's kind of the thing, is finding the best games to live stream, or the ones that will be fun as a viewer to kind of get involved with and stuff like that. But, you know, if the Power Hour takes off, like I think it will, especially once I get the better PC and can stream games at kind of a high-def quality, I'll get a webcam, do the whole webcam thing, do more, well, of course I do question and answers every single week, so it should be a lot of fun. And, you know, I'm kind of excited because then I'll get to kind of show you guys what I really love as far as video games is concerned, because, you know what, there's a lot of people very cynical about video games.
Excellent.
Us at NitroBeard, we try not to fall into that trap, because it is a trap. You can play so many games that you just get burnt out, and then no game is good, and every game is awful. And
3 frags.
but we're hopefully going to get a nice, varied combination of game types here. And if you, like I said, if you have a game that you would like to see me stream to kind of figure out, I know I've already gotten a request to do Dark Souls, because I've played it for all of like 1 hour, so I don't know hardly anything about it. Oh, One frag left, and... Oh, he's taunting me. Come on. There it is.
Impressive. Excellent.
There we go. Not too bad. Perfect. You always like to hear that. Thanks, game. So next map.
Angel. Door. Rack. Slash.
Damn. I need to get a lot better at this railgun stuff. That's the thing with Quake Live, is whenever you play the Quake Live people, they are the best with a railgun. They're better at using a railgun than I will be at anything. In my entire, like, no matter what it is. You know, like, their calling in life was to use the Quake 3 railgun.
Impressive.
I always like how confident and reaffirming the announcer is. Excellent. Thank you. How quick is that respawn? I'm kind of curious now. God, that's what, 5 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, right around 5 or 6 seconds. That's outlandish.
You are tied for the lead.
Oh.
You have lost the lead.
Oh no. What is even happening? I can't lose the lead. Oh, I was going for the midair shot. Go across it again. Try it. I know that last boss fight of this is nothing but...
Impressive. Excellent.
Gotcha. There it is. Awesome. And you may have wondered another reason why there we go. I use Quake 3. It's to kind of test out the stream, because if the way I see it, Quake 3 is probably the fastest game that I own as far as like frame rate is concerned. So if the stream can kind of keep up with Quake 3, it should be able to keep up with everything. Oh god. Oh, what is happening? I guess it wanted me to go across there, but the jump pad didn't want me to.
There's 3 frags left. Frags left.
2 frags left, huh? Come here. Who's that rack? Come here, rack.
1 frag left.
1 frag left. Oh god, I almost didn't make that jump. Ah, she fell down the pit. I was worried I was going to do it for a second. Got it.
Impressive.
Oh, amazing.
Excellent. Frags. Perfect.
Oh, I have 200 frags. Nice. See, Quake Live's really cool because I think you have to pay money. It is a free-to-play game, but of course that means... Oh, this is one of the best Quake 3 levels ever. It is the epitome of an arena. You know, like it's symmetrical, sort of, and...
You have taken the lead.
Yeah, taking the lead. Gotcha. But it's kind of... Quake Live is... It's a great game, and they like host community tournaments and stuff like that. But I think the coolest thing about it is all of the stats that it tracks for you. Like, oh, how many kills over what's your average kills per match? You know, it has kill death ratios and what's your favorite level and just really interesting things. So I mean, if you want to play Quake, then by all means go for Quake Live. Know that it is multiplayer only, so you can get Quake 3 Arena and Team Arena in a Quake pack on Steam, which is actually what I'm playing on right now. That way you can have the bot modes and things like that. Just, it's a lot of fun. It's a nice little stress reliever. There we go. 6. See, I think each tier has its own boss. I think that's the
3 frags left.
A lot of fun. Raw.
2 frags
Railgun,
left.
thank you, sir. Where are you at?
One
Nice.
frag left.
One left. Oh, you psyched me out. Dang it. Got it.
Perfect.
Awesome. Fun, man.
Tier 4. Warrior.
See, I have a cut. The reason why those cutscenes aren't playing is I actually have a custom resolution set. So whenever I did that, it disables all of the videos for some reason. And the reason why I did a custom resolution is so it would fill up your entire viewing screen at 16:9. Because Quake 3, I mean, came out in '99. 16:9 was not really a thing then. So
Angel.
did that. So that's why you can kind of hear a
Rat.
cutscene start to happen, but then nothing. Thank you. Where's an actual gun? I have ammos for actual guns. There we go. Give me some armor. Good deal. And see, Quake is kind of a nice game to stream because it's fun. I mean, it's just fun to watch, and especially if you watch those pro guys, man. I don't know how they do it. I really don't. Oh, he killed himself. He stole the kill from me. Where are you at, Tank Jr.? What is even happening?
Regeneration.
This is not my finest moments.
You have taken the lead.
Tank Jr. has a lot of freaking health, man. There's one. For such a big model, he moves so fast. But I guess everything in this freaking game moves fast. There we go. The thing I remember, one of the things, I'll say, I remember about Quake 3, I kind of dabbled in level making, like, you know how you can make your own maps and stuff like that. I tried to learn, God, what is it, Quake Q3 Edit? Or Q3 something. But there's different versions of it. Q3 Radiant. That's what it was. God, that brings me back. Q3 Radiant. What? I'm just following him. Oh, God. Q3 Radiant. So I dabbled in level creation. And the thing I remember, and they really hyped it, and let me see if I can actually find... Is it not in this level? They did... Well, maybe so. Instead of boxed... Maybe it's just aged so much. Instead of just door styles where it looks like a box, you know, where it's just a rectangle with an opening through it, you could actually do... You could cut out diagonals. And I think they called it, like, Boolean... They called it something like that. That this is going to show... Oh, Tank Jr. has -1. I feel kind of bad. Actually, I don't. But they had kind of curves. But it's funny, you look at it now, I'll get to a place where I can actually... I'm like 10 points in the lead. Invisibility? That's not even fair. Okay, see, like, how it's kind of curved, but if you look at it, it's actually just diagonals in the cutting. There we go. Haha, now I'm invisible. Angel, for God's sake! Oh, God. I am the worst at this game. Like, I don't think there's anyone worse at this video game than me. I really don't. I'm just gonna follow him. Hey, buddy. Thank you. So, yeah, I'm trying to think of any other real topics to talk about. Like, that's kind of the cool thing about the Power Hour, is depending on the week, I mean, if big gaming news happens, I can kind of chime in on that. Or, I mean, of course, questions and answers. If you've listened to the Power Hour before, which you should, it is on iTunes, but it's also fully archived on nitrobeard.com. So you can listen to the old audio-only podcast called the Power Hour before you dive headfirst into this. Well, maybe, I mean, if you just heard me say that, you're diving headfirst into it anyway. Which is good. I'm glad. I actually prefer you start with this Power Hour than the other one. The other show was fine. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. Talked about everything from MMO news to pro wrestling, all the question and answers, of course. But it's kind of bizarre listening to one person in a room talk to himself. And I know on free to play they kind of poke fun at it every once in a while, which they should, because it's kind of a silly thing. You know, I just wanted to make content after the Beardcast, but didn't necessarily want to do the route that we did with the Beardcast and me being a host. And, you know, the guys that we got on Nitro Beard now are just so good that they deserve to be kind of the staple show. And that's not to say that I don't hope this Power Hour succeeds, because I do. I just know that Nitro Beard needs something a little different than just another podcast with people talking about stuff. And I think this video way of a live stream once a week with live questions and things like that could be the way to go. Let's see, we're on map 11 already.
Lucy.
We're flying
Biker.
through it.
Patriot. Tank Jr.
Tank Jr. Let's see. And like I said, I mean, I'm not able to watch the stream right now. I mean, playing the game, it's running really smooth. So hopefully it's running really smooth as a viewer. Like I said, I will be...
You are tied for the lead.
Nice. Whenever I get the computer upgrade, like right now, like I said, I'm streaming at 360p. Whenever I get the new computer, I will, by minimum, be streaming at 480. So you're going to be able to see text. You're going to be able to...
You have lost the lead.
Oh man, there's just so many people on this level, if I remember right.
You are tied for the lead.
It's just so hard to keep track of it, and the levels are so big, it's hard to be in the lead without being where the action is. What is this? Oh, haste. Oh, Jesus, can I make it? Yeah! Oh, God.
You have taken the lead. Excellent.
Got it. Alright. I just like to secure a lead. You know? I like to secure a lead. But yeah, the streaming quality is definitely going to go up. I'm going to be going from... Even just the fact that I'll be going from DDR2 to DDR3 RAM with 2 gigs more... You know, 2 more gigs, rather, of RAM. It's going to be... That by itself is going to take care of it. Then, I think the thing... oh, God. That was a trap room. Craziness. Quad damage. Sorry, Tank Jr. 7. Yeah, I'm just so excited to get a new computer. Because there's games that I own that I cannot play. Like the newest Thief. I'm a big Thief fan. I love Looking Glass Studios. Anything they did. System Shock, Thief. That era of games, and like I said, you know, Deus Ex was part of the Looking Glass team, I guess, with Warren Spector. And I don't know if Harvey Smith was in Looking Glass Studios, but just the... but I love that era, kind of the first-person RPG, your choices matter. I just love narrative-based games, and that's a very interactive narrative-based game. Let's see here. Oh, I heard someone. Where you at, person? There you are. Where you going? Gotcha.
East. Denied.
Oh,
Excellent.
got it. Let's shotgun some people. Number 1. Where you at? Where you at? Where's... Oh, moving so fast I can't get them in my sights. get some more armor here, or health rather. I'm 100. At 100 health.
3 frags left.
3 left. Rocket launcher. 3 left. We kind of got this one in the bag, I'd say.
2 frags left.
Yeah, if you've never played a Quake game, I actually recommend Quake 3. Just it's a lot of fun. If you want more of the narrative-based stuff, Quake 1 and 2 are still classics. I would say Quake 2 is actually the superior game. It's aged pretty well considering. Of course, it looks dated, but I can almost guarantee there's some high-def texture mods. It's one of those beloved classics, so it's always going to be on the newest operating systems. And I heard something. And it's always going to be updated, and it has such a big fan community. Nice. Such a big fan community. Same thing for Quake 3 Arena. There's always going to be more like custom levels and big mega packs and
Slash.
things like that you can
Lucy.
download.
Biker. Patriot.
I remember the fulfillment that I felt whenever I was making my own levels, that I successfully made a trigger to where I could open a door by running through it, like, you know, like how these doors are, to where if you're standing on a certain zone, then the door, basically the way it works is then the mesh, or the brush rather, the brush actually slides into itself, so it's pretty cool. So it's actually like manipulating geometry. What? I hit... There's no way. There's no freaking way. Oh my god. I'm gonna end that person's streak. See ya.
You're tied for the lead.
Got it. That's my quad damage. Man. Let's see. Oh.
You have lost the lead.
Getting some live questions now. What is my favorite system? Like, favorite system ever? Or favorite, like, current system? Oh, both. Okay. Probably my favorite system ever, just based on the memories and the games and... Oh my god, how did I miss that shot? And the games and everything. Oh man, between the PlayStation 1 and the PlayStation 2. Oh, I know I gotta pick one. I'll say PS2. Oh, I don't know. After I said it, I'm like, I don't know if that's true. But, yeah, I'll say PS2. I mean, you had Shadow of the Colossus, you had Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, you had Persona 3 and 4. Just great games, and that's not even... And hell, Quake 3 Arena was on it, so it has to be good, right? But, in between the two systems now, I don't own either one. I don't own a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox One. If I were to buy one, man, this E3 kind of changed my mind on a lot of stuff. Because part of me wants to say PlayStation 4, just because I'm a PlayStation guy. I own enough games on the PlayStation Network that I hope whenever they start the PlayStation Now subscriptions, that the games that I've bought on PlayStation Network I'll have in my library already. If that's the case, PlayStation 4 for sure. But if not, you know, Xbox One showed that Halo collection, and I'm not the biggest Halo guy, but that's a great deal. And, you know, both consoles, whatever, have Twitch support. So I'd be able to do live shows of new games as I get them on the console, which is just an awesome thing. Like, that's going to make me buy a new system, and I'll probably actually buy the new system around the same time that I get the new computer. So it should be a lot of fun. Why is everyone down here? Everyone's just taking a swim. Nice. Oh, that's like toxic, I guess.
2 frags
Left. But it's kind of up in the air at this point. I mean, both consoles seem to hold their weight. And I'm not one of those guys that, oh, well, I'm going to be a Sony guy or I'm a Microsoft guy. It's more about the games. Like, does it have good games? Is it games I want to play? If so, I'll buy it. I'm not really picky. I think my favorite system right now that I'm playing is my 3DS. I just got a 16 gig card for it, and I have like Bravely Default, Fire Emblem, Pokemon X. What else do I have? Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate, all on the memory card. So those games right there are some of my favorite games lately. There we go. Got it. Some of my favorite games lately, and they're all on one memory card, which is pretty sick. And I think on the actual 3DS cartridge, I have Tales of the Abyss, which I love the Tales of series, and then I also have Shin Megami Tensei 4, which I love that series as well. We talked about Persona 3 and 4 earlier. Oh, this is a one-on-one. Nice.
taking the lead.
Hey, multicolored names. I remember that. Totally remember that. Oh, this is hoverboard duder. That's right. Whee! God, I can't explain to you guys how excited I am about getting a new computer and getting some of the new consoles. That way I can stream in better quality and stuff like that. Because I do really think the thing holding me back is the processor and the DDR2 RAM. So, and I'm gonna do the thing. I kind of know how to put a computer together, but not well enough that I trust myself with it. So I might go through. I haven't decided yet. I could go through like one of those iBuy Power or Cyber Connect or whatever they're called, like where they make gaming rigs. That not a lot bigger of a markup. Or what I did with this computer, for instance, like 6 or 7 years ago, is I bought this at Best Buy. This was an off-the-shelf thing, and I mean, hell, I'm able to stream right now off of an 8-year-old Best Buy computer that I put new RAM in and a video card and a new power supply, of course. Because the power supplies they put stock with those are dreadful. They're like 300 watt, and no, hell no. I have a 600 watt, and that seems to be work pretty well. And the newer computers use less energy. So, you know, everything from the processor to all this. So 600 watts should be plenty. Yeah, running my, let's see, I think I have a 650 GTX. And, yeah, I'm just excited, man. I really am. And I'm going to be able to play newer games. I'm going to be able to, I mean, I can play a majority of games now. Like, I've been playing Far Cry 3. I can play any of the Crysis games at medium settings and stuff. But like I said, it's the graphics card. Whoa, where are you at? Graphics card doing a lot of the work, the heavy lifting. Oh man, I wanted to. Perfect. Was he dancing? What was he doing? That's not nice. We will run this away. Where are you at? Man, these weapons respawns are quick as shit. Oh. I need to not use the railgun. Oh. Damn it. Why am I so bad at video games? That's going to be a question you guys will ask me all the time on the Power Hour, actually. Is, Wes, why are you so bad at video games? The reason, and this is another live question, the reason why I'm playing a bot match, one, because I'm bad, but two, if I were to play online, one, I would get destroyed, and it would be hilarious, I agree, but it would also take up some of the bandwidth. And since the stream can run kind of choppy anyway, I don't really want to do a multiplayer thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, if you guys have to deal with slight chop anyway. I don't want to like double the lag, right? Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to make it just damn near unwatchable. And I know the cool kids are streaming in 720 and some of them in 1080, but those people are also doing this full time, and they have amazing computers. I was looking at, you know, a lot of streams have, like, here's my streaming rig. And it's ridiculous. They have, like, the highest end i7. They have the brand newest graphics card that costs, like, $400 and some odd dollars. They have, like, at least 16 gigs of DDR3 RAM. I saw one machine that had, like, 32. I don't even know. Does Windows 8 even allow 32? It might. Like, I don't know. But some of those rigs, man, and they're running like 2 graphics cards that each cost $400. Just an outlandish rig. So they better be streaming in 1080. Hell, they're dropping $4 grand on a computer. Better be able to make me coffee. But yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, all of the oh, where is that at? Hello. Damn it. Oh, you gotta be kidding. Gotcha. All of the archives will be going up on YouTube. That way, I know some places and some places at work, or like cell phones, for instance, and the Twitch mobile app will not play archived videos at all. It has to be live. It has to be live. And that's ridiculous. I have a Kindle, and I love my Kindle. I love it, love it, love it. But with a Twitch stream, I can only watch live Twitch streams. And that greatly diminishes, you know, what I can watch and see how the archives look and stuff on my own deal. So that's why I'm doing a YouTube thing. And also, Twitch and YouTube, they get along really well together, so I can automatically upload. And that way, also, my account's in good standing, so it's like, I can, yeah, 2 frags left. So I can do, like, custom thumbnails for episodes and stuff like this. Just really cool little things, just to kind of make the experience a little, more exact and cooler for you guys. So that way, you know, and the reason why I'm starting to stream now is this way I can get used to the idea and the act of streaming and playing games and talking while I'm doing so. That way, whenever I do get a good rig and we're playing some good games in sexy high def, man, it's going to be a blast. Hell, it's a blast right now. I hope you guys are having fun. Like, I like just showing off some of my favorite games. That's kind of what the Power Hour is going to be. Mainly, it's going to be a way to answer your reader and listener questions, and I guess viewer questions now. Hell, doing a live show, man, a lot of fun. But that's the number one reason why I do it. But then also, why not? You know what I'm saying? You only live once, right? That's what the kids say these days. The kid. How old am I? I'm 28 years old. 28.
Tier 5.
And Tier 5. Let's see this. What we'll do... How many more tiers are there? We're almost at the end of the game. Should we beat the game? Should we do it? I'm going to ask chat. We should? Okay, awesome. Let's do it, man. The only bummer is, though, we won't be able to see the ending. Because it's a... oh, what do you call it? It's a cutscene. And since I'm doing the custom resolution, it won't let us see the cutscene. But what is the last guy's name? Like Xerxes? I know he's named after a gladiator, isn't he? Oh man, that was a pretty good shot.
You have taken the lead.
Kind of impressed with myself.
Excellent.
Nice. I just stay here and they come to me. Damn it. 5-1 lead. That's not too bad though. Get my shotty. Gotcha. What?
Excellent. Excellent.
Got this. Nice. Still at 100 health. See, the lightning gun's really powerful, but also I don't want to use it because you have to kind of. It's almost like being a pyro in Team Fortress 2. You just kind of spray and pray. And with the shotgun, if you have decent aim, you can do pretty good. Damn. As I say, as I completely missed the broadside of the barn. Got him.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent.
What is this? Where am I? Got some armor. There we go. See, they keep jumping down there. Hey. Hey, duder. Where are you going? Nowhere. Got the rocket launcher, eh? Quad damage with a rocket launcher. Let's do this, man. Yeah, I'm getting a little more comfortable with it. Like, the frame rate's good, and the... You know, I used to be okay at Quake 3. Don't get me wrong, I was never, like, awesome at it. But, like, if me and a group of, like, 10 friends would play, I would always be in the top 2. You know what I mean? 72% accuracy, that can't be right. I was dreadful that round. But yeah, like, I was good, you know. Quake 3 is one of those games that I would like to say that I learned how to play it. I was decent at it. You know, if I wouldn't embarrass myself unless I went to a completely professional level, right? There we go. I needed his rocket launcher. Where are... See... Oh, damn it. See, levels like this are... They're fine, but I like kind of the more open-ended ones. Because here, everyone just kind of clumps up in one place. And it's all about finding the one place, you know? Quad damage. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Bingo. Awesome. Maybe I should hang out here. It looks like this is kind of where everyone's... Yeah, I should hang out here. Mega health, thank you. Come on. Where you at? Chasing people down, man. Give me a rocket launcher. Damn it. Where you going, bro? Nice. Nice little double kill there. Oh, yeah. Another one, we talked about the shotgun earlier. This rocket launcher might be my favorite ever. As far as just the way it feels is really nice. You know, and it looks cool. Like, Quake 2's rocket launcher is pretty rad. But Quake 3's, I don't know if it's the texture or if I don't know it's the fact that I just love the, oh god. If I just love the game so much and I've played it so much that it's kind of ingrained in my memory. Damn. Nice. Nice. Let's see, I'm gonna take a quick drink real quick. Oh man, have a soda here and... So yeah, but just while I'm doing this, definitely go to nitrobeard.com, check it out, man. We have free to play, which is kind of our that's kind of our highlight podcast. That's the reason you kind of want to go to Nitrobeard, is for the free to play stuff. We also have the Jumpcast, which talks about manga and Shonen Jump, and that's hosted by Imran Khan, has Mike Lemieux, Greg John, a few other people on it. Really cool podcast as well, especially if you're into Shonen Jump. I don't know what they're talking about because I don't read Shonen Jump, but you know, I guarantee none of them listen to the Power Hour, so so you know, it's just one of those things. Whenever you do your own show, you know, as executive producer, I think it's kind of my job to keep up, but it's oh, I lost the lead. Come on, I didn't even do nothing. But yeah, and then the Power Hour, of course, was my show. You can also listen to the full Beardcast archive. If you go there, just go select shows, and Beardcast should be the very bottom. All 101 episodes. We did 100 episodes, and then for our 5-year anniversary, myself, Brian Belita, and Tyler Alou, the original Nitro Beard crew, did kind of an anniversary episode. I am not finding anybody, by the way. I need to get my shit together. Here we go. Oh, God. Thanks. Thanks for quad damage. Yeah, I need to definitely get my shit together. Oh. What is this? Where are you? Oh, God. What? I'm in second place right now. Can I get tied for first? Please. Please. Oh, come on. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, I thought I was going to do some sick mid-air. Okay, awesome. There we go. Now we're in it. Damn. Come on. Really? Razor? For God's sakes, man.
You have taken the lead.
Let's see. Shoddy. Hey, Keel.
Excellent.
Yeah, check out nitrobeard.com. I'm really excited we're doing a live stream show. I know there's a lot of video content that some of the guys at Nitrobeard made, especially Big Dave and Imran. Imran has a series to where it's called Am I Better Than a Third Grader? To where he plays old retro games, and he sees if he's better, you know, like DuckTales and Battletoads, and games he played growing up, to see if he still kind of has skills at it. Kind of what I'm sort of doing right now, I guess, with Quake. But really cool. They're on YouTube. I highly recommend them. And Big Dave, I'll tell you what, man, Big Dave is the master of indie games. He does, like, kind of, I guess quick looks would be the best way to describe it, of specific indie games. And it's indie games you've never heard of, but they're definitely worth a look. And he kind of gives you, he plays through them a little bit and kind of just gives you an overall feel of what the game's like and stuff like that. I just highly recommend it. It's very well produced. He's great at video content. I think all of Nitrobeard really is. That's why I'm very much a... Oh no! That was my one ring moment. I wanted the power of the ring, so then I went for it, and then I died. I don't think that actually happened to anyone with other rings, but Boromir. Right? Well, no. I guess it was the undoing of people, right? The one ring. Some of these sound effects are just crazy, man. In first place with 9. That's what I like to see. Razor, how do you always have the armor? You know, man? Come on. Oh, mid-air frag, and it was caught on camera. I'm very excited about that. It's the little things in life, guys. The mid-air frags and the... Gotcha. What's great is I also used to play Counter-Strike quite a bit, and to warm up for Counter-Strike, I would play Quake 3. because Quake 3 was faster. So if my reflexes were good on Quake, they would be killer in Counter-Strike. Kind of a pro tip there. Man, some of these levels, I don't know if we're going to... One frag left. I was about to say, I don't know if we're going to make good time enough to beat the whole game within... I think it's actually been longer than an hour anyway. But... we'll see. We will see. Got it. Awesome. Alright, I'm going to take another quick drink real quick. Let's see. I like how the music just stopped right there. I'm like, no, we're done playing that riff. Oh, wow. Oh, this is another boss fight? Really? Guess it is.
You have taken the lead.
Hell yeah. I love the one-on-ones, man, especially in like a small... Oh, this is just Rocket Arena right here. Awesome. Oh, no, I guess not. It has plasma gun. See, I never know what I'm talking about. Ever. Ever, ever. Yeah. And these sound effects, man, these are some meaty sound effects, you know? Can I get a perfect on him? On Uriel himself? Oh, I'm at... well, I'm at 90 health. I saw the 14 for a minute, and I was like, what? But, there we go. Now, back to a full 100. Oh, nice jump. Nice jump out of that rocket. Bam. Where are you at, Uriel? More rockets, thank you. Oh, quad damage, yes, please.
3 frags left.
3 left. We got this in the bag, gang. Where you at? Uriel.
2
Gotcha.
frags left.
Mid-air jump for you. Oh. Oh, no. What is even happening?
1 frag left.
With the quad damage. Bingo.
Perfect.
See, how is that one 52%, but then that one match I was like, tier 6. Okay, this is the last tier, and then final level. So yeah, we'll beat the whole game. Or the single player, which I guess is not really the whole game. This is an arena game, for God's sakes. Bouncy map style. This is a match. This is a map that I want to say is in Quake Live, and people are really good at it in Quake Live. Oh God, damn it!
You are tied for the lead.
Yep, that's how that happens. Oh, that's right. If you die by falling off, it takes a point away from you. So it's all about kind of map awareness and where are you at and controlling, you know. Damn it, where you're at. Oh, come on. Oh, whatever. I'm getting the rocket launcher. Screw that noise.
You have lost the lead.
Lost the lead. Come on now.
You are tied for the lead.
That's right, I'm tied for the lead. Oh, almost fell off the side. Oh, God. Oh. See, that's how I want, man. These games are so fast, and...
You have
yes!
taken the lead.
Oh, that was rad. Some mid-air hijinks. Railgun, come on. Pop back up. No, pop back up. Railgun.
Impressive.
There's one. Gotcha. First place with 4. Gotcha.
Impressive.
It's like skeet shooting, man. It's amazing.
Excellent.
Gotcha.
Impressive.
Okay, you were standing still and I missed. All these other guys are flying through the air.
Impressive.
I guess I better practice with the railgun because the last level is nothing but railguns, if I remember correctly. Either that or railguns and rocket launchers. So I guess it's kind of similar to this one. Roar. Where you at? Come on. Let's do this. Let us do this. Where's everybody? Come on now. Come on now. Oh, hey you. Oh, his name is Bones. I thought his name was Boner. I was like, Id, come on. It's funny, but come on. Yeah. I wonder if this is up to 15 or if it's up to 20. Gotcha. Yeah, it's 15. Oh, nice. That was a double kill. Bingo.
Impressive.
Beautiful.
Excellent.
Beautiful. I'm real pleased. I'm real pleased with that. You know. Real pleased.
Major. Sorlag. Doom.
Ooh. Sorry, I had to check my stream settings real quick. Oh no. And it kinda messed with my... Oh, are you kidding me? Hold on. Oh, I checked my stream settings and now my mouse is all fucked up. No, look at that. Oh, god damn it. Let's see something real quick. About setup, controls, mouse smooth mouse on, invert mouse off, mouse speed. Look down. What just happened with it? Oh no, that's a bummer. We were doing so good, and then I hit Control and Tab, and then this happened. See, here's the thing about live shows: is shit like this will happen, but it's all gonna be fun in the Power Hour, man. Wait. I can leave arena, right? And then single player. Yeah, and then I can go back. Yeah. Hopefully this will. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh, thank God. I was like, I can't end it early, just because of that crap. That's nice. I mean, even in 99, it saves your progress. You know. See, and I should get used to this type of level, because this is what the final level is. It's just a whole bunch of jump pads and railgun stuff, and nice. Let's do some mid-air killing. Not quite mid-air killing, but you know what? It's pretty rad. Pretty rad nonetheless. See, that's the cool part about this, is like just aiming and knowing where people are going to land and shoot a rocket there. That's some of my favorite stuff. You can kind of lead the witness, as it were. Oh, just barely missed. Give me that quad damage. Mine. Aha, see ya. Like that. Oh. Here we go. Where you guys at? Dang it. Gotcha. Got that. Do some mid-air shots here. Oh. Gotcha. Bingo. Yeah, nice shot. I do say so myself. I'm just... Oh, dang it. Oh, no. It's 8-1, though. That's not too bad. Not too bad. A whole bunch of ammo. Thanks, man. For all them rockets. right. That's fine. I'll just let the land a little bit behind here. I guess they land like right here. So if I see someone flying up like so, got to do it before they land though. Huh. Duder's name is Doom, and he looks like the Doom guy. Imagine that. Nice. Quad damage on the. See, and I love the little, like, this is a meaty sounding shotgun. Like, you know. Let's see. Trying to think of, have I ever played Quake Wars? I did not, actually. Enemy Territory Quake Wars. I did not get a chance to really play it. I don't know if even the servers are still online or what's up with it. I like the idea. I mean, it's basically Quake-themed Battlefield. And that sounds pretty rad, you know. My favorite Battlefield is probably... I know I'm actually going to get a lot of grief for saying this, because I think the one that everyone loves a lot is Bad Company 2. But my favorite Battlefield is actually 2142. I love it, you know. Just the slight futuristic stuff. I'm a big fan of sci-fi anyway.
2 frags left.
Here we go. Oh.
1.
Can I rocket jump? No, let me see. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's kind of a suicide mission though. It's like, there it is. See, it's not, some guys are so good at it they can like break the level. Got it. 50% accuracy, not too bad.
Major.
It's been over an hour. It probably so, but Power Hour is more just a name. It doesn't have to be locked into an hour. And like I said, if we think that's kind of crazy, just wait until the bonus streams. Bonus streams could be 2 or 3, maybe even 4 hours long, just depending on what the game is and how we're doing and that.
Impressive. Excellent.
Quad damage, huh? Rocket launcher, sure. This level's pretty cool. That's the thing about Quake, man, is it had some of the best. I killed someone with that? What? Oh no! There, that's what I get. That's karma. Shit. 6-2, that's not bad though. That was a blind rocket. It just flew across the level and killed somebody. Let's see if I can do it again.
Excellent.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Excellent.
Gotcha. Man,
Excellent.
that's how that shit happens. It's just thunderous. Gotcha. Let's see. This is craziness, man. Boom. Everybody's just outrageous. Oh god. There we go. Whee! I love those jump pads, man. That's another one whenever I was doing Q3 Radiant and I learned how to make my own jump pad. Oh god, my levels were dreadful. They had nothing but jump pads and then teleporters, and then those teleporters went to other jump pads, and like it wasn't even a way you could
Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
I need to do some
One frag left.
mid-air stuff.
Impressive accuracy.
Fantastic.
Impressive. Excellent.
55%, not bad.
Frags.
400 frags, nice. I think there's only a few.
You have taken the lead.
Oh. There we go. Get some shotgun action in here. Gotcha. Rocket launcher, even better.
Excellent.
Let's see. Railgun. I don't like the railgun on this level. I mean, railgun's rad, but I'm just not good enough to use railgun on. Not unless I have to, you know. Let's see. Come back over here. Long range shotgun blast. Hey, got your back.
Impressive. Excellent.
Nice. Hey, it took his head off. Yeah, not much else to talk about. Yeah, like I said, some of my favorite games were Deus Ex, the original, by Warren Spector, and I mean, more people worked on it than Warren Spector, of course, but that's kind of his claim to fame. And Baldur's Gate 2, Diablo 2. Did I like Diablo 3? At first, no. At first, I hated it. I legitimately thought it was one of the most disappointing games I've ever played. I thought that same way about Dragon Age 2. Hated it. Couldn't stand it. And with Diablo 3, with the newest, like, patches they've done, and with the Reaper of Souls expansion, it has become one of my favorite games. Oh no, it's 18-1 though. I can deal with it. It's become one of my favorite games, and Lord knows I will be streaming it. I might wait till I get the better computer to stream it, just because, you know, it doesn't make sense to stream the game if the quality's not very good.
Final tier. Elite.
Here we go. Zero. Zero? Is zero? Is that how you say that? I don't even know. Let's see. Here it is. Last level of Quake 3 Arena single player. Let's do it, man. Let's do this. Railgun time. Zero, that's how you say it. Gotcha. Oh, shit. That's right. That's right.
You have lost the lead.
Damn. And I remember him being really fucking good. God damn. Just need to keep moving on this level.
You are tied for the lead. You have taken the lead.
Gotcha. Let's see how well he's doing. Shit. Oh, it's only 2-0. What? Ridiculous. guess you can't just aim at him. This one might take us a few. Oh no! Shit! Oh, it turns it into a rocket jump. I see. God damn. See, this is on a whole nother level.
You have taken the lead.
That was on a whole nother level. Mid-air railgun, baby.
Impressive.
Thank you. Shit. Yeah. BFG 10K, is that what that is? Big fucking gun. Yeah. Railgun. Sure, why not? Oh no. Shit. Are you kidding me? That was a perfect shot. Oh. I'll do it that way, man. I can't out railgun him, I don't think. I mean, I might be able to, but... Oh shit. Where you at? Where you at? No. Gotcha. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see if we can beat Quake 3 Arena. 2 frags left, man.
1 frag left.
1 left. Is this it? Did it.
Impressive.
Amazing. We did it. We did it, guys. Yep. Now we can't watch any of the cutscenes. Them's the breaks, I guess. Yeah, listen to that music, though. Right? That's so rad. So rad. But that does it for the very first episode of the Power Hour. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Hope you guys got your questions answered. Hope you learned a little something about Quake 3. It's a lot of fun. One of my favorite games. Next week, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do this on Wednesday again, Wednesday or Thursday, but I'll send out some tweets. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/comedyhobo. Also, of course, check out nitrobeard.com. We got amazing podcasts. We now have this new live show. So a lot of cool stuff happening at nitrobeard.com. We're established. We're still cranking it out. We're doing good stuff over there. But my name is Wes Gardner, and thank you for watching the very first Power Hour, whether you saw it live, the 2 people watching right now. We'll get it bigger, I promise you. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Go check it out on YouTube, youtube.com/comedyhobo as well. That's where all the archive stuff will be. Archives will also be here on Twitch TV, so be sure to check them out however you're able to watch it. But yeah, appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next week. Well, you know what? We might see you before that. If you hit the follow button on Twitch, I might do a bonus stream. Maybe tomorrow. You don't know. It could be any time. But I'm Wes Gardner. This is the Power Hour. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.